Hello everybody, welcome to a new episode. I think if you are watching this video, you already want to learn Chinese, right? And maybe you are wondering whether you should learn Mandarin or Cantonese. And this episode can help you decide. For starters, I want to make one thing clear. Mandarin and Cantonese are not dialects of the Chinese language. They are different languages. In my opinion, they are already as different as Spanish and Italian. Chinese is not a single language, it's a group of different languages. I think you can already say it's a language family. And Mandarin is overwhelmingly the most used in all of them. And what's interesting about this language family is that they share a single form of written language. So maybe you only speak Mandarin and this person only speaks Cantonese. So if you just speak, you cannot understand each other. But if you write, you can understand each other perfectly. Unless you meet some really old people who cannot read. Okay, in this episode, I'm gonna give you a landscape so that you can know whether Mandarin or Cantonese is the right choice for you. And before I said anything else, I want to say in the overwhelmingly majority cases, your choice would be Mandarin. Okay, first, how widely used are they? Well, in all of the Chinese-speaking countries in the world, the official language or the dominant language is Mandarin. Only Hong Kong and Macau use Cantonese as their official language, and they are just the two special administrative regions of China. They are just the two small cities. And then the Guangdong province of China, which Hong Kong was supposed to belong to before the UK took it, uses Cantonese as their native language, but they also speak Mandarin, so you can also use Mandarin there. Anyways, outside of Hong Kong or Macau, Mandarin is always the commonly used language. The mainland uses Mandarin and it's called Putonghua, which means the common tongue. Taiwan uses it and it's called Guoyu, which means the national language. The overseas Chinese used to be overwhelmingly Cantonese speakers, but now the Mandarin speakers are catching up. Okay, now the difficulty level. Mandarin is much easier than Cantonese. First, let's say the tones. Mandarin only has 4 tones. Ah, 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 ah. Ah, 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 ah. I have another video teaching this, so you can check that one. Cantonese has 6. Well, I'm not a native Cantonese speaker, so my demonstration may be not that accurate. But anyways, Cantonese has 6 tones. Ah, 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 ah. Have you noticed? They have 3 flat tones at different pitches. Generally speaking, Cantonese has way more restrictions on pronunciation than Mandarin. Besides the 6 tones, they also have 3 ways to end a syllable halfway. Si, si, sip are different. In the Cantonese pinyin, they write as sik, sit, sip, but you should not make the k, t, p significant enough to be heard. But I do sometimes hear these sounds when they sing in Cantonese, but usually not in daily conversations. And besides this, Cantonese also sometimes distinguish between long and short syllables, like ah and ah are different. And Cantonese has words that are just one consonant without vowels, like n. And if you already know the Mandarin tones, you know that Mandarin tones only care about the direction of the tones within one syllable, within one word, like ah, ah. But in Cantonese, sometimes the direction of the tone changes within a word also matters. Like, again, I have to say, I'm not a native Cantonese speaker, so my Cantonese may not be that accurate. Like the phrase 洗锅包, it's 3 flat tones at different pitches, and it's ascending within the word. And if we need to put this phrase inside a song, we cannot put it in a downward melody, because then it would become impossible to understand. So in general, Mandarin pronunciation is much easier than Cantonese. If you are trying to find one that's easier to learn, your choice should be Mandarin. Okay, then about the content that you can find to learn these 2 languages. Among all the Chinese languages, Mandarin has the most established system for teaching, for learning, for anything else. Mandarin is much more studied, much more regulated, and much more widely taught. If you want to find regulated, consistent content that can help you systematically learn Chinese, Mandarin has way more materials available than Cantonese. And you may already know that we have this exam to assess people's proficiency in Chinese, and that exam is called HSK. That exam is built on the Mandarin system. A lot of people speak Cantonese, they communicate in Cantonese, but that language is not as regulated and studied as Mandarin. It may be the most regulated and studied among all the other Chinese languages if we don't talk about Mandarin, but it still cannot compete with Mandarin. I have many Cantonese friends, they speak totally native Cantonese, but when I ask them to explain Cantonese, often they cannot. And some of them cannot even read the Cantonese pinyin. They just speak this language without knowing how it works. So, if you have to choose one, I think Mandarin is apparently the more friendlier choice here. And if you want to study them both, I think it's also easier to start with Mandarin and then try to study Cantonese like I am doing now. Okay, and that is today's video. Thank you for watching this far. I am Maxi. I mostly talk about Mandarin and sometimes share fun facts about China. And if you liked today's video, if you like what I'm doing, please leave a like and subscribe. I hope to see you in the next video. Bye bye.